this is what I believe in my career as well. I became so unbelievably comfortable with it. I think because at some points, not all of it, I went from competing at such a high level to such a low level as well, that I became so comfortable with it that I almost became lazy. So even though I was like, okay, third person, understand here, like I didn't have any fear within my heart at all, which is a problem.
You need that.
You need that.
I never had that. That's why I knew it weren't for me. Amongst other reasons, but I knew that it weren't for me because of that. I was like, everyone says you got to get nervous. I've only ever been nervous once in my life, by the way, on my driving test. That's the only time I've ever been nervous for anything, any pursuit whatsoever. And I was like, this is not natural that you wouldn't get nervous.
You think like nerves are, what's the attachment with nerves? This is because I think about this quite a lot. Like
fight and flight.
Yeah, but then you're talking about a different thing. Like for me, I believe being nervous is dependent on how much you care about the thing. So if you really care about the thing and the outcome of the thing, you'll be nervous about it. I'll give you an example. I did a live broadcast recently with a friend of mine, and it was the first time I've ever done it. I was a bit nervous. It was a bit like, I want this to go well because it impacts my life in a way, right? So I had skin in the game. And yes, you have skin in the game when you fight in your physical body, but the result for me became unimportant. I got to a point in my life where win, lose doesn't matter. The people I know, because I'm so grounded in myself, I know the people that I love me, their opinion is not going to change. So I'm just doing this as I'm going to use the word I used earlier, a vacuous affair to make sure that I'm getting more attention. That's all it kind of became. But I didn't actually care about it. So before the fights, I got to the point where I was like, the result doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This is all just, that's why I stopped. That is why I stopped doing it, because I had no nerves. The physical danger, whatever, like I've gone through it so many times. So that's when I became so comfortable with the situation. I look at the guy and be like, we're going to have a little bit of a go, and I'd have a go, and it became like a game.
Yeah, and I've been in the back with you, mate. We've just been jovial and jokey, like from walking out there, and that's your personality. So I would like go along with that. But no, that's what I had at the start. And that's why I knew, like, because I think you don't need all of it. That nerves, it's like fire in it, mate. And it's been spoken about many times. You can either set my house on fire or keep me warm. Yeah, but like if I can harness it and make it work for me, but I need some of it. I just need a bit of it. And I need to use it for myself. And it's like, okay, when I'm in the midst of cornering people, I don't get nervous, I get nervous excited. And sometimes I don't even feel like I'm getting nervous, but my stomach goes, oh, here we go, we're nervous, excited again. And the more you do it, the less it becomes that. And that's when I know I need a break. Because this is the journey, right? You have to find joy along the journey. And I've been with you, mate, when we've won and we've been like, I expected that. And I've been with you when we lost and we didn't speak for 3 days. So, like, if I'm going to be commiserating losses so much, I have to congratulate wins. But for me, that's the internal tussle, because I'm never I can't celebrate a win because it's just a sprint, isn't it? And at the end of that sprint, there has to be another sprint, because if not, we're already finished. And I feel we're just getting started. So if we're just getting started, we've got to. I'm getting as many trainers as I can to do as many sprints as I can, and I want to get nervous. I want to enjoy it. I've got to feel all these, but I've got to, like I said, these feelings. I've got to think better in the moment. But afterwards, I've got my internal like feedback for myself is there has to be joy along the journey, mate. Yeah, because if sometimes it's like, yay, hooray. But when we were both there, Lerone knocked out Amir Khani, like the joy that I had in my body that I didn't even know, like it just came into my body for about an hour. Like I wish I could buy it now and I could walk around the street feeling like that, because that was insane, the level of, that's what we're always gaining for. That's what we're chasing, isn't it? That is what we're chasing, that moment. So, to get something, I think you got to be nervous to get to that.
100%. But that's what I'm saying. So once you eliminate that nervous section of your life, what are you doing it for? Because if you cannot get that feeling that you just described, it's became for me physically impossible unless the challenge, this is what it comes down to, the challenge has to be there. Yeah. Like it has to be like, oh, this is hard. This is going to become difficult. For me to overcome this challenge, I'll get that sensation that you just described. Yeah. But I was not getting that sensation, winning or losing. I was just getting, okay, next one, doesn't matter. Yeah. And the intention and everything that we spoke about at the beginning was completely lost. So you're right, when Lerone knocked out Amir Khani, it was unexpected. We were kind of down. Yeah. We were nervous about what was going to happen. And boom, then we're elated. But that elation lasts.
Yeah, and now that was the most it's ever lasted.
Exactly.
Because like this is the thing, and this is what I'm saying. I'm not sat there congratulating. We're not going out for 3 days partying. Yeah. But moments Yeah, I live for moments, and I live for those moments that set your heart on fire, because it felt like my heart was like on fire. You know what I mean? I'm running around with my heart and fire body like, well, this is a crazy feeling. So I'm living for those moments. So I'll celebrate those moments, but I'm not celebrating for long, because I know the next sprint's coming. And that's the thing that I'm trying to instill in all my guys, is like, you're going to have great moments. We're going to share some great moments. But afterwards, let's remember reflective practice. We're just getting started. And that's the mentality I want. And I listen to a lot of Tim Grover, I'll be honest, and he spoke about like his guys and the high performance guys that he has. They're like, say Kobe Bryant, when he won his second championship, he's holding up 3. He's holding up 3 because he's not. That's happened now. He's got 2, and he's thinking about the 3rd then. And that's my mentality. And that's why I said, when I hear other people saying like that, I'm like, all right, I'm really going for that. I'm sprinting towards that. It's great that we got it. And everyone in my inbox will say, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. And I get this all the time. I'm so proud of you. You're doing so great. You're doing something. I think I'm doing terrible. Do you know what I mean? And then I want to feel like I'm doing terrible, because at the end of it, and then when I know that I'm done, like you knew you were done in fighting. When I know I'm done, I'll be like, look what we just did. I can't be like, well, look at what we're doing. Because if I look at what we're doing, I'm content with what we're doing, and I'm never content with what we've got. Because I'm content with what I've got. I've accepted that I've hit my ceiling. We've hit our ceiling in this. And the ceiling happens when it's ended. Like, and everyone coming up to congratulate me, please, I really enjoy it. I don't know they enjoy it at the time, but afterwards, maybe 3 hours later, I'm like, oh, it's really nice when so-and-so said you're doing so great at this time. And maybe I should speak to people more in glowing terms about what they're doing, because it didn't make me feel good. But when I've gone away and thought about it, it's nice. And some people message me, say, hey, this guy was speaking nice of you. And at the time, I think, why did you message me that for? But afterwards, I'm like, oh, no, where was that person speaking nice of you? And it, like, you've got to celebrate these little things, but only for a second, because it's next.